Hey everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Eversoul. For today's video, we're going to go ahead and talk about the Dimensional Labryinth. I'm going to give you 5 tips for top success for beating the hardest levels of difficulty. Alright, so yes, I went from being a Dimensional Labryinth noob to being extremely confident, I swear, just over one live stream session. And a combination of YouTube comments. So let me circle back quick. I hadn't really pushed Dimensional Labryinth properly. I mean I had done it. I definitely skipped it a couple days here and there. And I was just auto-skipping as soon as I had bought that battle pass, the monthly pass that allows you to skip battles. And it was hard. Like, I really had a hard time. And I was doing all of the wrong things. I was going for just the chests and the upgrades to get done as fast as possible, which is not what you want to do. But we're going to talk a little bit more about that, and I'm going to go through some big tips for success. So, first of all, before we get into here and get to those tips, I am going to quickly give a shout on that same topic here. Get over there. There it is. So, the conversation around Dimensional Labryinth with me started with this video, What to Buy, from Naya's Dream Shop. So, in this video, I kind of mentioned just a quick overview about my account too, and then mentioned Dimensional Labryinth, that I was just sucking at it. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. But I hadn't really taken the time to be like, all right, what do we need to do to be most successful here? I kind of mentioned that in this video, and I got some amazing comments that gave some really good advice. So if you guys want to take a minute after watching this video, I would definitely suggest pop over to this video, What to Buy in Naya's Dream Shop from me. Take a look. We have Poison Lotus here with a really nice explanation of their strategies. I think we have, yeah, Tactus as well. Where is it? Blood May gave a really nice overview of their strategy. Like, there's some really good tips in here that I think will help people. So if you want to read through some different people's ideas and you can find what works best for you, I definitely suggest that. But for today, I'm going to talk about my personal experience that I also did while live streaming and figuring it out and having no trouble at all blasting through the hardest stages of Dimensional Labryinth. So I'm going to start with tip number 1. Let's get to it. So first of all, open it up as early as possible when it resets. So okay, this is the day 2, right? When we first open it up, you'll probably be like, okay, there's 1 day and so many hours left after reset. We get 2 days to do this. As soon as you can after this resets, open it up, go in. This is what I did, you'll see. Go in and do 1 battle. Now I'm saying do this as soon as you can. Like, see, I already went through, I did 1 battle. I'm on the next 1 platform here. Before you even have a chance to upgrade your heroes, your souls, level anything up, go grind more resources, improve your account at all, first, go to Dimensional Labryinth, open it up, do 1 battle, or even just go collect a unit if you know you're going to want a helper unit before you do anything else. Then close it and come back the next day. So one thing that's good is when you open up the Dimensional Labryinth, it kind of sets the difficulty based on your account. So if you actually open it up and then wait a day, it's easier. It's a lot easier. Quick clarification, I mean it's easier because you should be working on your account and progressing some levels in gear or something, so that way you'll be better on the second day than you were the first day. So that's just one little tip that I learned so far, and I've been doing it the past few days now, and it's been really helpful. I was actually able to full auto and skip battles in the hardest difficulty because of the stuff that I learned and am practicing. So that's for tip number 1. Tip number 2, fight the mimics and the blue bosses for the better rewards. So you're gonna see here on the map, there's all the blue circles, this bluish, slightly purple looking circle around some of these bosses. Those are the elite bosses. They're gonna drop better rewards, and they're also gonna drop better artifacts. So the artifacts are what enable you to get better buffs and improve your stats, or give you some special abilities and improve your damage overall. So that's something to consider too. There's also the mimics that give decent rewards, the ones that look like a chest that turn into a chest later. You can fight those too if you want. But personally, I've been focusing the blue ones unless there wasn't a good path and I passed a mimic as well. So that's something to consider. So let's talk about this. So nope, don't grab this chest. I know it may be tempting. You might be like, okay, what's the best route to get these chests? But nope. Tip number 3 is taking advantage of these amazing artifacts. So now we're going to talk artifacts. I'm going to go ahead in with my team. Personally, I am using my fairy team plus Adrian. This seems to be pretty well balanced and is doing really well. And I do have my Talia greatly boosted from the last time I tried. But yeah, she actually is doing very well. So you're also... I'll talk about some other stuff here in a second, tip-wise. But first, I'm going to get to the end of this battle, and we're going to talk artifact. All right, let's go. There we go. Easy peasy. Didn't even blink, right? Didn't even blink. So at the end of these hard battles, you get the option of an artifact. I've seen a little bit of mix. Most people seem to say pick the strong offensive first when possible. I saw one comment said like defensive first, then attack, but still, I think for me, I went full attack if it was an option. So we're talking attack percentage, crit rate, crit damage, and then some of the special ones that can increase your attack overall for the battle without the hindrances, though. I don't like those. You also want to, on the defensive side, you want to be looking for things like this that's heal. Heal in all battles, or HP recovery. That's HP recovery is really good, and keep in mind they actually cannot stack as well, so you don't want to get a whole bunch of these thinking they're going to add up to more. They're not, unfortunately. So don't grab the same ones, but I think we're going to start off with that. All allies recover 2% every 2 seconds for 14 seconds. This is going to be great for general recovery throughout the battle as we're taking damage. But if there was attack percentage, crit rate, I'd probably go for that as well. I also personally have been grabbing lifesteal, and I found that to keep me alive. Again, I literally ended up doing so well that I was like, you know what, let me try just skipping the battles and just getting straight to the end. I was able to, but that might not be the case for everybody. But that's just something to consider as well. Also, you can see over here there is like the hero option. Well, tip number 4, if your team is weak or you know you're lacking something important like a strong healer or a strong tank, try to go to where you can grab the hero units as a bonus, as an extra helper unit, and maybe it's something that can really help your team. Or if you just know that you don't have that really strong nuker, AoE nuker, and you really want to take advantage of one of these bonus units here, you can try to do that to fulfill your best team composition. It is all about team comp. You want balanced, and you want to take advantage of bonuses. Like you can see, I have a full fairy team plus Adrian. Adrian is like having a fairy, so I have this big old bonus here. I also have a tank in the front. Adrian seems to do okay in the front as well, for now at least. But you could also balance this differently depending on who you're using, of course. But trying to go, if you are struggling with your selection of units available, try to grab one of those friendly units. And then tip number 5, we're going to talk semi-auto. So take it off, maybe. Actually, no, I could semi-auto. Let's do this. Boom. Take this off. Let's do this. Let's talk semi-auto, I should say. So semi-auto would be kind of taking off your ultimate selection here and then telling it what to do. I was using all of Vivian's nukes for my ultimate, but now my Talia is so much stronger with her upgrades to Origin that she is just smashing. So first when you go into the battle, you're typically gonna want to just smash. It helps. But you want to be ready on hand in case you know you're going to need some extra healing. So I am lacking a proper healing in this team, but it seems to be okay so far, especially if I can get the extra healing artifacts as we go along. But you want to be ready to do what you need to do at the time. Don't let it do it for you. You also can waste your ultimates. So I'm actually going to show you that. I didn't even need to use my ultimate there, let's be honest. But I can show you that as well, because you'll be able to save your ultimate for the harder battles, or if you're at the end of a battle and you're on full auto, it might waste your ultimate when you don't need it. So you can at least start the next round with an ultimate to begin with, because it does carry over. So maybe I can show a quick example of that. But all right, let's see. So I'm just gonna continue playing it for a little bit here. See, this isn't hard. 30 seconds after battle begins, heals all allies by 50% HP. That's huge. Even though I want this crit damage, that's only affecting my Miriam, who's is it? Yeah. So I want this either way. This is great. An extra heal. Good to go. And to be fair, I mean, I'd be tempted to go here because I know my Chloe's at lower health, but I just took that wonderful artifact. So I think I'm going to be hopeful that my Chloe stays strong and we go on to the next battle. Going through and trying to hold back. If at the end you only have one person to kill and your ultimate's ready, don't use it. That's just really helpful as well. Oh, and on the note of talking about needing to semi-auto or manual fully, or yeah, using full auto, if you want to try, make sure you have some of these on hand. This is kind of a tip 5 asterisk. Have some resurrection potions on hand. So like right now, if I was worried about Chloe dying, I mean, I wouldn't use this because this heals all souls. It's kind of a waste. But if you want to test to see, okay, can my team handle this on full auto? Can I do it? Let me go ahead in. Let's set it up. It's worth a try, honestly. I know the biggest suggestion would be not to do it on full auto, I would say, because if you do it on full auto, you also might run into some issues, with timing and wasting skills. But if you're like me and you have the skip button because you bought that monthly amazing reward, and you just want to see what happens, it's worth a try early on for sake of your own sanity and for sake of trying to push through. But just don't do it if you don't have any resurrection pots on hand, because if you try and you realize, nope, I can't handle that, let's go back to semi-auto, you want to be ready. So you could always go ahead and check your souls to see how their health was after the battle. Like, all right, everyone's fine. I think I can handle it. Cool. Let me try the next one on full auto. I'm going the way of the most blue monsters here. Like, you can actually give it a try. I know this is risky, but as long as you have enough of those res pots on hand, you might want to go ahead and do that. If you've got your A team in there and you're starting to gather some really good artifacts, this is going to speed it up and help your battles just, well, save your time and your day, let's be honest. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and pause. I'm gonna finish this video off real quick with my final battle at the hardest difficulty. I'm gonna go ahead and skip and get there and try to show you guys the benefits of gathering all of these really strong artifacts and how it leads up to the final battle. I'm going in. All right, and we're here. So I am heading in. Oops. We are in hero stage, the hardest stage, heading to the boss battle. I've gathered a bunch, and I did cross a couple of the blacksmiths that upgrade your treasure items a couple times. So that really gave me this nice fairy. This fairy seal got an upgrade, 20% extra attack and HP. We got extra crit damage for a Miriam, that one upgraded. A few others upgraded too. I think this all crit damage all allies was one that upgraded. But so far, we kind of got a bit of, like, let's see, attack, HP percentage, crit damage. When combat begins, enemies lose HP and are stunned. When combat begins, 100% of HP heal the lowest ally with the lowest HP. Highest attack, extra 50% extra attack. Front line, more attack and defense. ally with the highest defense, even more tanky. So you can kind of see here where I went. I went attack percentage, crit rate, crit damage when I could. I also went lifesteal and HP percentage when I could. And then we did get one speed thrown in there, so I did grab the speed. So overall, it was pretty good. You can see here where things don't stack because they mention higher grade owned. So like these ones actually don't count for anything because we already have better versions. So that can kind of give you an idea. If you're not sure what you have, if you want to double check what you have already before you pick another one, go out of it, see what you got, and then make your decision. But here we are, boss battle. Look at the difference in CP, right? It looks intimidating, doesn't it? But honestly, all of them look like that. And I had zero trouble. I'm going to tell you, even though I gave the advice of semi-autoing or manualing, I had literally zero trouble. I skipped every single time I could. Every battle. The rest of this. Just getting here. Didn't even flinch, barely lost any HP, and boom, look at that. We got to the boss. It was like it was absolutely nothing. I could have full autoed that too. It just goes to show you how important it is stacking up those artifacts, and the bosses are like absolutely nothing by the time you get there. I was a bit worried when I saw people's advice in my comments when I was like, oh crap. I don't want to have to manual everything. That's gonna take so long. One of the biggest reasons I bought the monthly pass was the second one, like the $11 or whatever it is, was because I wanted to skip Dimensional Labryinth battles. And I'm like, no, don't tell me I have to manual them. But to be fair, I manualed through the first, or semi-autoed, through the first time I did it while I was streaming one of my live streams. And it made me learn what team synergy was working. And then I tried it full auto, and now I'm full autoing it. So don't worry if that's like something you want to be like, but I don't have time to manual that. Figure out your team synergy first by testing, doing like a semi-auto, and then see if if it seems like it's working pretty good and you're gathering the right artifacts, you probably can fully auto as well. Don't worry, it still can. I can now without even blinking. I didn't lose a single person once, never had to revive. And yeah, it's just finding out what team works for you. But hope this video was helpful. I'll see you in the next one.